Hello everyone, how are you doing? So in this video I want to talk about the state of the first survival game that I'm developing. So as someone who always loved World of Warcraft, I had the dream to develop my own survival game. Having a full-time job as a software engineer always made it difficult for me to pursue this dream. I also thought with myself that it's just wasting of time to develop video games. Instead, I should invest my time to learn new skills and be better in my career. Sometimes during watching different tutorials on YouTube, some videos were getting popped up for me on how to develop a video game. At some point I said, okay, let's pursue the dream that you had for a long time. And this video that you're seeing right now is the one that persuaded me to follow my dream. This guy is named Brackeles, and he talked about a game engine that is open source, new, and we can develop cool games with that. So I said, this is it, let's do it. Well, I decided to start reading the documentation of the game engine Godot to become familiar with the game engine. So I started to make my first video game, something that you see here. So you have to kill sprites, and then after finishing this very first game, I started my 3D game, even though there are a lot of tutorials that say you should only focus on 2D if you're a beginner, do not go to 3D. I said, my dream is not 2D. My dream is to make an open world survival game. And I'm not here to spend my time on 2D. So I went for the 3D tutorial and I finished that as well. And after that, I said, now it's time to make my own first 3D game. But it happened to be not so easy to create a video game by your own. So I got to YouTube to watch some more tutorials on that. And I followed this tutorial. I've added some more assets to what this tutorial teaches. So I started adding some voices, using a different gun, using different bullets with respect to this tutorial. So somehow I have customized the game, and I came on with this one. So Zombie Sage Graveyard. And you can play this game at itch.io. I said, yeah, it's a good start to move toward my goal. So I decided to learn how to create the third-person shooter, TPS, or third-person controller. Well, at first it was not that easy to take care of a character that has its own animation and its own movement. Besides all of the control challenges, you had also to take care of the running animation, the walking animation, when it jumps, the jump animation. So I started watching some more tutorials, came up with another one that taught me to create a movement controller, camera controller, animation controller, and it was a really complicated one. In the end, even though I was changing a lot between the tutorial and the code that I have written, I really didn't manage to make it work. I was not able to make the character to move correctly. I was not able to debug the code because I was not the one that have developed this code. That was not so positive, and I got disappointed at some time. So I decided to cook something for myself to be able to think better and create another third-person controller, this time by myself. So in this third-person controller that I have created, there is no controller. Well, everything is written in a single script that is attached to the character body 3D. Everything is here. It's easier to debug and understand what's going on. There is a function that controls all of the animations. You can read it and understand what's going on here. And I have created the blend tree for animations, and all of the animations are attached to this blend tree. I have the movement state, I have the jump state, and also a one shot for the jump. And this is mine, so I can understand what's going on here and to debug it. And this is the result. So as you see, the player more or less is walking smoothly. The animation is working fine. It can run. The run also is more or less smooth. The player can also jump. The only issue is that the player stands in the middle of the air, so I need to add also a falling animation. but more or less it is working fine. I have collisions, I can jump on top of different things in the map. So this is it. This is the first step for creating my survival game. Thank you so much for staying with me till here. If you like, you can also visit my Patreon page and you can support me. I will put the link of the game there so you can play with me. This is the very first step of this game, but I'm going to add other features to this game, like an inventory system, build system, and we will play together and we will develop it together. So thank you so much. Thank you for staying with me and enjoy. Have a great time.